All right, we're live. I think. Wait, let's see. Hold on a minute. Yeah, we are live. The health of the stream is good.
What it do, baby?
What it do, baby?
We're this
I
time.
think we're good. Okay, well, fuck. Okay, I think the stream health went down.
Sick.
Wait a minute. Let's see. I don't. Oh my god, dude.
We're this
I
time.
think
What
we're
up,
good.
dude?
Okay, we're good. I mean, it says the stream health is bad, but you know what? What are you gonna do? You know?
Fuck it,
As
dude.
long as it's. Hold on. Okay, we're good. I mean, it says
Dude,
the
my
stream health is
picture
bad, but my
the
mic
highest
is like
quality.
way too hot, so I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. All right, we're good. So, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to brand new episode, brand new setup for the Freethinkers podcast. We have joining us today, Steve. By the way, I just want to clear this up because it does look like it's a bunch of 4-year-old kids that made a podcast. So the issue that we have is that YouTube canceled Google Hangouts on us, and I'm so lazy that I did all the podcasts through Google Hangouts, and then YouTube canceled it. So now I was like, shoot, now I got to use XSplit, which I haven't used since like 2015, and we couldn't get the cameras to work. We couldn't get anything to work, so I just had to have them send pictures. But they're both here. You can just see their faces.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset that I can't see myself on camera. Damn.
I mean, we can still see each other though, so it's
That's
True,
all that matters.
true.
As long as we can see each other, you know,
Yeah.
that's literally all that matters.
all that matters.
That's all that matters. So we got Steve, obviously. How you doing tonight, Steve?
Dude, I'm fucked up.
Dude. Not gonna lie, this second beer is getting to me too, dude. It's, you know what? It's a good time. We're always chilling. And then we
Yeah,
also
I
got
wanted the camera because I could show the camera that I'm just sipping on that Mike's Hard Strawberry Lemonade, but now they can't take my word for it. But trust me, guys, I'm faded.
we got that, and then we got joining us KP Richards,
What's up?
who has a podcast of her own. So why don't you talk us through kind of what you do, where people can find you, pull a two classy gentlemen, where people can find you, and talk about what your podcast is. Stuff like that.
Yeah, mine's called Cut the Rope. I do it with one of my best friends. We're on Instagram at Cut the Rope Podcast.
Now, what does cut the rope mean? Is it like the game?
cut the
or just-
bullshit.
I know.
Is that where does that? What part of the cut that slang come from? I've never heard that cut the rope before.
Okay, so my dad came up with that lingo back in high school. He and his friend were out. We're from South Florida, so they were out on the boat back in high school, and they like lost a motor or something like that, and they were goofing off while this guy was towing them, and his friend was like, "Oh, God, we better settle down. They might just ditch us here." And my dad was like, "What are they gonna do? Cut the rope?" Because they were being pulled in, and then it just kind of stuck from there. And then
Nice.
he's already said it around us, so.
Dude, my friend was. Well, no, I'm not even gonna get into that. But that's
No, I want to hear what it was.
okay.
Yeah,
so my
what was
friend, so my friend.
Just be
was
careful with your words. Be careful with your
It's
words.
so funny how stuff like that works. My friend was telling me the other night. Oh wait, what was it called? Oh yeah, so he's like, his uncle was just shit faced, and they're at a party, and he's like, I'm gonna get my son a Ford Focus. He's like, so he'll focus. He'll go to school and he'll focus.
Oh,
And then he'll do his homework, he'll focus, and then after the
Dad
day,
joke.
no, he's like, and then after the day's over, he can drive his focus ass home. So my friend's family, like, they like I should not have had beers for the show. Fuck. No, so like they'll always text each other. It's like, get your focus ass over here. Dude, I can't right now with this team. All right, let's get serious. Okay. All right, so
We're never serious on the show.
we're never serious on the show, but I'm being way too much of a silly goose right now. It's not good.
Yeah, it sounds like you had to be there for that
Serious.
to be funny.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. No, yeah, you definitely had to
That's
be
one of
there.
those moments.
One of those ones.
It was definitely one of those. So let's get into the show. So we have a lot of topics to cover today. I want to start off with the Dem debates yesterday. Did any of us watch it?
I
I watched
didn't.
bits and pieces.
Okay, I didn't watch any. I watched
I haven't
Yang.
watched a single
You're
debate
not
this
missing
year.
anything.
I watched Yang and Tulsi highlights because they seemed like, honestly, you don't even need to watch the debate. All you have to do is just go online afterwards, and whoever has the most highlight clips on YouTube won the debate. Like,
Yeah.
that's just how it goes.
So,
And
so it was Tulsi.
it was Tulsi, 100%. And I can actually play, this is the cool thing about doing OBS, which you guys won't be able to hear it, but I can play video clips that people can hear, sound clips. But yeah, Tulsi, so we can actually play that clip if you guys want, but Tulsi Gabbard went after Kamala Harris, loved that, about her just incarcerating pot smokers.
I want to talk about that.
Let's do it, dude.
Things you're saying, but like, let's get right into the
Let's get right into free thinking.
right to the hot take free thinking here.
Yeah.
Remember like 4 months ago, like when being tough on crime was like a conservative position.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now Republicans are attacking Democrats for being tough on crime, and Republicans like, yeah, let's free everybody from prison. Yeah, it sounds like a great idea. What the hell? How this happened?
Well, it's not free. It's not free everybody from prison. It's free like people who like just smoke.
Okay,
weed,
well, here's what I say. I mean, sure, I smoked a lot of pot in my lifetime too, but to attack Kamala Harris for enforcing the law at the time it's kind of silly. Like, that was the law.
That's not the issue.
I think it was more. Wasn't it more guided towards that because she withheld information for like innocent people who were in jail. And
yeah, that's terrible and bad. But that's really.
Or
bad,
are you just talking about the pot?
But just the pot. They're attacking on the pot part as well. Like, oh, she locked up so many minorities who smoke pot. Like, okay, I mean, they broke the law at the time. That was the law.
As a free thinker, it's not even that. What it is it's the fact that she's acting like she's so pro marijuana and like she's like, oh, I love like everyone's equal, like we're all pot smoke, like I want to legalize. She's like laughing about it, acting like she smokes weed in college or whatever, just laughing it off, like basically saying she smoked weed. And then like her policy, she's like, fucking lock them up, dude. There's pot smokers in the jail. So it's like
it's the hypocrisy.
It's the hypocrisy and it's the insincerity, which, as you know, I'm a big fan of calling people out for being insincere. Ashley St. Clair. But it's literally the same situation, dude. Like she says one thing in the public to try to get your vote, and then goes behind, and then like when she's a politician.
Well, that's the thing about the Democrats and Republicans now too. But what's focused on the Democrats is you look at Obama, Clinton, whoever over the last 30 years, the Democrat Party never really stands for any policy positions. The Democrat Party just stands for what they believe has the majority popularity in the country at the time. So that's what they used to be, anti-illegal immigration. I mean, Clinton was super tough on crime. Obama deported a bunch of illegals. And all of a sudden, in Obama's second term, being pro-illegal started becoming more popular. He started becoming more pro-illegal. Obama was anti-gay. All of a sudden, being anti-gay was a bad idea. Now he's pro-gay. They just stand for what they think is popular. They don't have any ideas.
But, like, I can use my free-thinking mind. These people are still... They still hold the same positions. Like, I've said that all along. Like, I think that if, like, Biden were to be elected, I don't think he would be a radical left-wing president. I think he would govern fairly moderately. Because, like, they don't actually change their opinions. They just virtue signal acting.
I don't think that a lot of them would be, like, socialist, like they're like made out to be from the media. I mean, Bernie Sanders, I do. He's a loon.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of them deep down understand that because they slipped up. I listened to one clip off CNN, and a lot of them slipped up where they want open borders, but then they'll say something like 30 seconds later, and they're like, no, we need to reinforce, like, you know, coming here legally and seeking asylum and following the legal definition of asylum. So it's like some of them slip up there. So they deep down know that it's an issue.
Oh, 100%.
They just want votes because they know it's going to, you know, they're going to get the votes to win.
Yeah.
I don't know if they really care about anything, to be honest. I just think they kind of get caught in a paradox of like, okay, I want to appease the radical left and give them what they want so I get the primary support. But then like, shit, if I go too far to the left, the moderates and the general election won't like me. They kind of get caught of like, they don't know how far left they can go in extremists to pander. And I don't think they really care about anything. They're all super rich millionaires. They're all white liberals.
They just want power.
They just want power.
Dude,
so whatever they can think, it's that they don't really care about anything. I think it's just what can get them into power.
Kamala Harris a few months ago was like, oh, we need to get rid of insurance. And then she realized that was way too far left. And then she took it back.
Yeah.
So they're figuring out how far they can go.
They're just like testing. They're saying things just to test how the public reacts to it. And okay, if you like it, that's my policy position now. They don't like it. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. It's like,
well,
at least
I
like
literally
Bernie Sanders.
Like, I was watching the debate, or I was like watching clips, and I'm looking at Joe Biden. I'm like, dude, this dude is rich as fuck. He's borderline Alzheimer's. Why are you running for president? Just like take your fucking bag and go and just be old. Like that's what I'm saying about Trump. Like, no, seriously, I'm the same way with Trump. I'm like, take your bag, dude. You got your bag. Like, I get the whole like Trump is unselfish. Like, I genuinely think he's just like a super unselfish person. The fact that he's still willing to be president of the United States when he's just so rich. But it's like, because he's probably going to, like, destroy his mental state being president. Like, it's just not good. Like, Reagan, just, like, straight Alzheimer's when he leaves.
Right.
But why, if you're Biden, would you want to be president of the United States? But I agree. Like, I don't think a lot of these people are socialists. I think they're going to get into office and they're going to stop governing. I think they're going to be just moderates. That's why I'm not really scared of the Democrats.
Why?
Like,
Why do you think they're going to be moderates?
because I've never seen a socialist president. And Obama was like the closest we've... Obama, this is so free thinking, and you guys are going to get mad at me for this, but I don't even care. Obama was the most socialist, besides like FDR and all them, who like passed all these like...
And LBJ was...
No, he was, though. When you think about it, in reality, he was. You get Obama phones in California. How is that fair?
Well, no, what I'm saying is Obama was like the most socialist we've had. He literally spent hundreds of billions of dollars less, trillions of dollars less than Donald Trump has spent since he's taken office. Trump is more socialist on government spending than Obama is. Like, it's insane. Like, let me pull this up really quick just so you guys can see it, so you can see like just how freaking insane it is.
Well, how much we've spent or how much Trump has spent is a lot more compared to Obama. Like, you can't run that back. Conservatives can't.
Everybody looking, I'm going to show it on both screens, but the gray is Obama's spending. The orange and
move
red.
Move it to your right.
No, they can see it right now. They can see it right now. Then I'm going to move it for you guys. But
we can't see
because I have two webcams up. So that's the gray is Obama. The red and orange is Trump. Let me move it to you guys now. So the gray is Obama. The red and orange.
What does it say?
It's just like $322 billion in additional thing. It's literally like it'll be like 2014 shit, and then it's like that, and then whoever made, and then but like Trump, it's literally like the meme. Have you seen the meme where it's like crime in those cities and it'll be like the song playing quietly and it's like and like ear rapes and it goes. That's literally what it is with Trump spending. Like it's like and then Trump takes office.
Rand Paul said it best.
He did.
I think it was the first year that Trump was in office and they were having
oh my
some
god, wait a
debate.
minute, bro. He's back. Maxwell in the chat. Thank you so much for the donation, bro.
Oh yeah.
Dude, so free thinking.
Maxwell.
We love you so much, bro. Here, bro. You're a free thinking.
Free thinking high elder level 5, right?
He's a free level 5. What level did we make him last time?
He's still at 5. He has to get $50 more for level 6.
Yeah, level 6. But he is getting free merch. By the way, the merch store is dropping on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's pretty much all built. We're gonna drop it on Tuesday. You guys can give us more money there. That'd be sick. Speaking of money, so
I'm gonna go leak
Rand Paul
right back.
And what are you doing?
I'm going to pee. I'm still listening though.
Sure.
I can't. I'm over there.
So in 2017, there was some budget debate, and it was Trump's first year in office, and already it seemed like he was going to spend more money than Obama had spent. And Rand Paul was trying to filibuster like he always does, and it didn't work. And then Rand Paul said, when a Democrat is in power of the presidency, Republicans are the conservative party on fiscal issues. When a Republican president is in power, there's no fiscally responsible party. It's just Republicans are only fiscally conservative when a Democrat's in power, so they can just virtue signal about it and just vote things down that they're not going to get passed anyway, so they can pretend to be conservative. And then when the Republicans are in power, they just pretend that never even happened. They just get more deficits. It's pretty weird. I don't really know how Republicans justify that one.
Because because whenever you try to argue against it, immediately they're
want to cut military spending?
Well, no, it's not even that. They'll be like, well, who would you rather have? A socialist?
Right.
It's like, no.
It's always that comeback.
Just because I don't like, I mean, I support Trump. I'm voting for Trump in 2020. Just making that clear. However, if somebody more conservative that I think could win were to come into the race right now, I would vote for them. Like, if, like, Rand Paul announced that he was running, I don't think Rand Paul could win. But, like, anybody that I think could realistically run, that I trust to be more conservative than Trump, I would vote for them. The biggest issue that we're facing right now, number one, is the culture. Trump hasn't really helped with the culture war. Like, just being objective, it's gotten worse. Like, the degeneracy
more divided, angry.
We've become more divided. There's more trannies reading to children than ever.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't think it's necessarily Trump's fault, though.
No.
I mean, do you all think so?
It's not even that it's his fault, but if he's doing nothing to stop it, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be his fault. If you're going to be I'm going to stop all this stuff, and then you don't stop it, then what was the point of you? You didn't really, like, dude, you were kind of powerless.
Think about this. Imagine, this is, guys, oh my God, dude, I need a drink for the stream, so I'm such a free thinker when I'm drinking. if you no, seriously, dude, if you imagine this, so we're always talking like, oh, it doesn't matter if trannies are going in and reading to kids, they should be exposed to the realities. How do you think that parents would react if like beer companies and cigarette companies went into libraries and started reading about like cigarettes and like beer and like the joys of being drunk to kids? Like, it would
they would probably not care about the drinking because our society glorifies the hell out of alcohol these days. But if it was an e-cigarette, they would the moms would riot, you know, because you can't have that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
jewel.
why are you not letting kids just grow up naturally? Like, I want my child to not be exposed to the degeneracy of society for as long as possible. Now, I'm not going to be a helicopter parent. Like, I'm going to let them do their stuff and like just experience, because like you can't be a helicopter parent because then they just turn out and be like worse.
Well, yeah, they're gonna like.
But I don't want them to be exposed to the degeneracy. Like, it's going to happen eventually, but I want to hold that off as long as possible. I don't want them seeing men and women having sex. I don't want them seeing men and men having sex. I don't want them seeing men in transition or drinking or anything.
Am I right or wrong on this, that we're in this weird place in our culture where we are really attacking men, like heterosexual men, for being too aggressive with women? You can't touch them, you can't look at them, you can't stare at them, you can't look at their boobs, whatever. We attack the hell out of that. But then the same people who attack that, if you have like, that happened with Waka Flocka Flame, the rapper, today. He came out and said that he has nothing wrong with gay people, but he had this one gay fan at an airport who was like touching him and like saying he was so hot. He's like, bro, like, stop that shit. Like, cool, do you, but stop flirting with me, bro. I don't really need that. And everyone called him homophobic. So if you're a man who hits on a girl, everyone attacks you. But if you're part of the LGBTQ community and you use some sexually perverted stuff, it's the best thing ever. It's why is
standard.
It's a double standard as hell. And
why
like,
is
dude,
it better for that?
I'm gonna tell you right now, in high school, there was this gay dude that like got my number, and he hit on me like it wasn't even funny. Like,
they're very persistent.
They're very, very persistent, and they're just like, I'm like, bro, like, you're a super cool guy. I'm just not gay, you know? Like, there's nothing that you could say.
Well, it's
to
like
me
the James
now.
Charles thing, bro. They find the challenge in the straight guys. It's like, what you can't have, you want.
Well, it's all playing hard to get. Imagine like being attracted to people that play hard to get, which I think we all, to a certain extent, are attracted.
Well, they are naturally, but like they take it to another level.
But like, imagine like the majority of the population you can't get. Like, that's a different level. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gay and you see a hot dude, you're like, damn it. Like, he's probably not gay. Like, I get it from their perspective. Like, it's hard out on these streets being gay. If you're gay, like, it's hard on the streets. Like, I get that.
It's hard in the streets.
It's hard out on these streets. Not for me, because I'm not gay. But, like, if you are gay, talk to some of the people in the MAGA.
Talk to half the people in the MAGA movement. You can talk to some gay people.
I know, but like, no,
there's anything wrong with that. But
not that dude, being gay is fine.
Here's the thing about the gay thing is like, the leftists have taken over homosexuality to mean there's this new class that you can't criticize because you're gay. Therefore, you're free of criticism. Just like Elijah Cummings, because he's black, therefore he can't be criticized. It's like
it's just like the NAACP. That stuff is so messed up. Like, I feel like they probably did have good intentions, but at the same time, it's like, oh, well, you can't fire that person now because they're black, even though they suck at their job.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's like, I don't dislike you because you're gay or because you're black, but if you're not meeting standards of society or whatever, I should be able to criticize you on those things you're doing and not take it as a racial attack or a homophobic attack. It's so boring to me at this point because it's so predictable. You saw the Baltimore thing with Cummings, how Cummings used the same word, infested, to refer to Baltimore 20 years ago, and he's attacking Trump for being racist for calling Baltimore infested. Like, who can take these people
but
seriously?
Like, as a free thinker, Trump probably shouldn't have attacked an American city. Like, it just feels wrong.
I don't, dude. I live in San Jose, California. This place is a liberal shithole. If Trump wants to attack us, I'll be like, fuck yeah, we need to clean this place up. Please attack it.
But there's a different way. There's a way to attack it. Because, like, okay, think about this.
San Francisco's a bunch of liberal hippie degenerates, a piece of shit. I'll attack it every fucking day.
Oh no, I get that. But let me ask you this, Steve, as a free thinker, and I know you're a free thinker.
Yes.
Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Damn it! Hold on, no, it's such a free thinking point.
Attacking a city,
Oh, yeah,
Baltimore.
no, attacking city, attacking. I forgot because I was. Okay, so you would agree that there are some issues in America that need to be fixed, right? You've talked about like there's still a racist problem. You've talked about all this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like when the left attacks America? Do you like when they just blatantly attack the United States of America?
So how do you define attacking America?
Well, like, okay, let me say this. We would all agree that there are still racist people in the country, right?
Obviously.
But the left takes it too far, and they're like, America's a racist nation. I don't want to deal with that. We all agree that there are problems in Baltimore, but to come out and say the entire city is just disgusting and infested, like, there
No,
are
it could have
definitely
been handled a different way.
yeah, that's what I think. There are
Right.
definitely Trump just
that's
is
just
so,
his personality problem. He's just a jerk.
yeah, but like I
So-
don't feel like here's how I would approach it. If I was Trump, and I would objectively be a really good president as a free thinker, I would be like, the city of Baltimore has many issues that need to be addressed, including blank, 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 blank. And that's what I would say. You don't come out and be like, it's infested.
But
Like,
as a free thinker, I wish we lived in a world where the approach you're taking would be effective.
work.
However, in this new culture of social media and engagement and hype, if you don't rally up the masses to have some polarizing view on something, nothing really gets done.
And
It doesn't matter what-
Your approach might have worked 20 years ago.
Right, when people actually cared about getting things
dude,
done.
well,
Now
if
it's
you're
about who can
Trump, it
get
doesn't
riled
matter.
up.
Anything you say is going to get coverage. He could come out and say it the way I said to say it, and it'd be fine.
I don't know. I feel like he has to be triggering.
Do you think he thinks about this, or do you think he just like tweets something out of the top of his head? Like, I genuinely think he just fucks around.
Well, dude, I don't know, because it's like, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I don't follow any of these right-wing conspiracies. But it seems like pretty often when he does something that seems like, oh my God, it's the worst thing ever. How did he do this? And all of a sudden, a clip comes out of Elijah Cummings using the same word. Like, did he know this beforehand? Like, that's pretty weird that Elijah
Some of it
Cummings,
probably does tie into each other.
he must know some stuff beforehand. They're
Well,
like,
no,
hey,
I
say this
mean-
because we have stuff to cover your ass in a few days. We'll put it out there to expose them for being liberal hypocrites. I feel like
I
that must happen every
don't. I mean, that could be the case, but like, there was no clip of a Democrat saying "grab him by the pussy." Like, it just
Right.
like the clips don't come out. You know, like it did with Elijah Cummings, and it does. Like, you can make Democrats look stupid anyway. Like, you just find Democrat. It doesn't even matter if it's Elijah Cummings. That was just super lucky. You could just find a Democrat attacking Baltimore, and they'd be like, "See, the left does it."
Well, the reason he attacked Elijah Cummings is because Elijah Cummings is attacking him over the border, and he's on the appropriations
all,
committee. Won't fund his wall.
Yeah.
So
dude.
that's why Trump takes things very personally.
yeah.
So he's like, this guy is withholding money from something I want to do with the border wall. Now I freaking hate you. I'm gonna ruin your life. That's the way Trump acts. He's
Well,
very
dude,
spiteful
Elijah
and vengeful.
Dude, honestly, like, yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it 100%. I just think it could have been handled differently.
I agree, and my step grandfather is African American.
God damn,
and
Steve, every episode, bro. Fuck.
I gotta
dude.
bring it up.
God, dude.
Gotta let people know I'm down. So he hates Trump. He just hates the guy. And I was talking politics with him a couple weeks ago. It was when the whole Trump attacking the 4 congresswomen, saying go back to your country or whatever. My grandpa works in tech, so he goes to China a lot. And my grandpa was like, the way that Trump's handling China, he does need to be tough on China. And he said, I think Trump could be really good for this country. He addresses some issues that no one else is addressing, and he's providing some solutions. But he's such a jerk and such an asshole and such an egomaniac that I cannot stand him. And a lot of people think that way. They really do. And that's not good.
Dude.
That's not
That's
good.
my-
Like,
that's my whole
he
family.
would probably vote for him. He's probably more conservative than anything, but he's a Democrat because his Republicans are mean and bigots and assholes. And like, that's a major problem to have that branding. Like, it sucks.
Well, Trump is not racist. Trump is not racist. Like, dude, it's so stupid. He's an ass fucking wipe, but he's not racist. Like,
Right.
I've literally seen no evidence that Trump is racist. Like, okay, he probably hates Muslims, but that's still not racist.
Yeah, it's anti-religion.
Yeah, it's
I guess.
anti-religion. Like, that's
Yeah.
completely fine. Like, the majority of people in this country don't like Muslims. That's an issue. I think we need to fix that issue. Like, I think that's a problem. Like, Islamophobia is definitely a problem.
Right.
Like, people are definitely... But I don't think Trump... Like, there's no evidence at all anywhere that Trump is racist.
Well, dude, the guy like goes out of his way aggressively to help out the black community.
Hondas.
I mean, what they keep calling him literally Hitler. Was Hitler going out his way to help the Jews to pretend he wasn't racist? No, he was just killing Jews. Like, racist people don't go out of their way to show you they're not racist. They don't care.
No, dude,
They're not
I know racist
They're
people.
They're just racist.
Racist people want you to know that they're racist.
Yeah,
Like a racist,
exactly.
if you talk to a racist, they can't go 5 minutes without like, well, you're just 15% of the population, fucking.
Yeah.
Like it's like they can't go 30 seconds, dude.
Yeah, they're not trying to hide that they're racist. They don't care. They don't like the other race. They want that. That's their whole purpose. So to act like Trump is like some closeted racist, but he's doing things to aggressively help the black community, aggressively help Jews all the time with Israel. I don't understand how he's.
I'm sorry, I know I should that loud.
What kind of beer? Yeah, super carbonated one.
No,
There,
it's
dude.
just Coors. I'm not gonna show
my
the
first beer.
It's just Coors, bro.
You look faded, dude.
That's the camera, bro. I'm fine.
I think it's that light reflecting
It's the-
off.
it's the camera, like,
Make
if
you look
I-
all shiny, dude.
It's
like you're
honestly the
sweating.
camera, dude. This camera's 720p, looks like shit. They can see me really well on the screen. I look good as fuck on the camera. I'm looking at myself right now. Oh my god, we got another donation. Thank you so much, Cirques. Why is Instagram always being gay? Dude, I wish I could tell you, bro. Maybe it's because Mark Zuckerberg's gay. Who knows? I don't want to accuse him of anything.
I don't want to accuse him of anything.
We can't
Just
jump
about.
to conclusions.
Yeah, we can't.
Well, how about we jump into conclusions of freethinkers? Freethinkers use the conclusions that have already been provided.
Of the what provided? The internet?
The conclusions that have already been provided.
Oh, already provided. Okay.
Yeah. Steve, go on with your point, bro.
Girlfriend, anything?
Were you frozen?
He was
Was it-
frozen.
I was
Yeah.
frozen.
Yeah, for like a solid 20 seconds.
Oh, really?
No, we were just lying. You were frozen.
I'm not frozen.
No, you were frozen. You're good
Does
now.
it really matter? I don't have a video on the screen.
Well, I know, but we can't hear you. I know. It's so...
Oh, you couldn't hear me?
No.
Can you hear me now?
Oh my god, Maxwell, dude.
Oh man.
Fat donation, dude. Maxwell.
Dude,
you know what?
he's making the pesos rain in this bitch.
We're no longer calling them fat donations from now on. They're just thick
Thick
donations.
donation.
Because I don't want to be
Dude.
oppressive to fat people.
40 more dollars, Maxwell. You'll be free thinking high elder level 7. You'll skip 6.
Maxwell, we'll give you a free shirt. You don't have to donate, dude. We'll give
Yes, you do.
No, Maxwell, if you donate, it is out of the kindness of your heart, and we will
Yes.
we will
And
send you-
remember, 20% goes to Jesus.
Oh yeah, no, 20%,
Yeah.
10% tithe.
10% from each of us.
Oh yeah, well it's
Right?
10%. Yeah, 10%
yeah.
of every donation goes to Jesus Christ at the church. I will
Right.
tithe that money.
Yep. So, if you guys haven't been able to make it to church recently, just give us the money. We'll pass it on to the Lord. So,
Yeah,
thanks.
we'll make sure it goes to the schools and the kids.
And we're not evil monsters, so we wouldn't lie about that. That's pretty fucked up to lie about.
Well,
so
here's the
we're
thing.
safe.
I'm just gonna be completely clear.
Oh, here it comes.
No, listen.
Get away from me, Satan.
I have been to church probably once in the past like 2 months. I'm just like I don't have a church.
You want to hear something even worse?
Let's hear it.
I didn't go at Christmas.
Oh no, I didn't either. I was not Creaster this
There's
year.
a special spot in hell for you guys.
Wait a
right?
minute, dude.
And I'll be there.
Yeah,
I'll be there
Let
with
me
you.
tell you my
Jesus
struggle.
Christ.
So my whole family is Catholic, and I am not down for pedophilia. So
Oh yeah, I
and-
stepped away from the Catholic Church 2 years ago.
And I want to say this. I don't think that all Catholics are pedophiles. It just disgusts me that Catholics refuse to call, like, if I ever bring that up with a Catholic, like my whole family's Catholic, they'll be like, why aren't you coming to church this weekend? I was like, oh, because the fucking rapists. And they're like, well, it happens all over the place. It's not just the Catholics. Did you hear about the Boy Scouts? I'm like, I don't give a fuck where else it happens. If there was a pedophile,
Right?
dude, if there's a pedophile in my midst, and I'm associated
Yeah.
with them at all, especially with religion, they're getting pushed out immediately. The Catholic
Well,
Church
they
is like,
have
well,
them
the
too,
Boy
like,
Scouts
what?
also do it. Like, what am I going to say?
Right.
Oh, okay, another person's a pedophile, so it's completely fine. Like, no.
Yeah, it's
But I also
really
don't have
weird.
another church to go to. Like, I'm a non-denominational Christian, but I don't have a church
The
to go to.
non-denominational churches are the best.
Honda.
Because you
Yeah.
can like they play the music
Oh,
and
dude,
they
it's
turn
great.
up. They rage in
Yeah, I
They
know.
rage, dude. They rage,
Love
and
it.
there's no, like, the messaging in the non-denominational church is literally just the Bible.
It's just about the Bible.
It's
yeah,
just
here's what
about the
message
Bible.
says.
They're not fucking around with like interpretations. It's just like what's
Right.
in the Bible, and that's what I like about it. But I've been going to church. I just can't find a church that I actually like that I'm down to
It takes
like.
a while to find one that
You just can't sit still for 2 hours. So you
I
can start going
hummus
to
can sit still for 2 hours, dude.
I bet you can't. I bet you have ADD.
I have ADD fucking hard, but if I pop an Addy, dude, I'm fine in church, bro.
You pop a natty before church. You gotta smoke weed before church like I do. You feel closer to the Lord, dude. You're just like super high in your,
That's
in your
still one
thoughts.
of my favorite podcast stories.
I know it. Dude,
Leslie-
someone messaged me. They were like,
Leslie-
oh, that was a real story? I'm like, yeah, dude. That's a real story. I was
Yo,
high before
Leslie
church.
just donated money in the chat. She said it's National GF Day. Bro,
Oh, shout out to my girlfriend for donating money on National Girlfriends Day to me.
30 minutes of the
Thanks,
podcast, you
babe.
haven't given her a shout out for being a girlfriend, bro, on National Girlfriend's Day.
Well, she's
Leslie,
texting me
who
right
the
now.
fuck
and she
is your
said, "Wait,
man's, dude?
no, listen here, buddy. All right. She's texting me and she's like, hey, I'm not watching it. So if you're going to sweet talk me on the podcast, wait till I'm on. So now she's on.
Oh, okay, as a free thing.
Hey, I love you. Thank you for the money. Happy Girlfriend's Day. we'll have a good time later. I wish you could see me. You can't see me
You
wink.
see that
but-
wink.
Yeah, you can't see that wink.
Nice.
But,
No, but okay, so yeah, okay, hold on a minute. I want to talk about Mario Lopez.
dude, yes. Got a
So-
brand new Scoop video coming out about that in a couple hours because Waka Flocka Flame's defending him.
the Scoop US. Dude, I know a chick that goes to a university. I'm not going to say which one, but she went to a Waka Flocka.
Is it Howard?
No. He fucked somebody that is like her friend that goes to the university and then got busted doing it. Now he's banned from that university, and he tweeted out like oops after he fucking got banned. So what happened was he like after the
You
concert.
can't fuck girls at concerts.
Well, no, here's
at
what happened.
college?
After the concert, he like smashed her, and then she makes a video like, "I just fucked Waka Flocka Flame," and like because she's an idiot. So then she goes around,
Jason.
yeah, and so then that gets out. Then the university's pissed because like it just looks bad for the university. Like I'm sure she was legal, like it was fine, but it looked bad for the university.
Yeah.
So with the water, dude, weakling, bro. You're not gonna let your
Dude,
blood filter itself out, dude.
I'm pretty thirsty, bro.
I
These
have a
mics
glass-
are let me have a lot of sugar
I have
in
a
it, dude.
thick
I'm really-
glass right here to chug. It's all good, dude. You're good. But anyway, so then he got banned. But anyway, let's talk about Mario Lopez. So he comes out on the Candace Owens show, which, by the way, pretty good podcast. Not as good as this one, but
It's pretty good. She does a good job.
She does a good job. Candace Owens.
I've never listened to her.
I haven't either. I honestly haven't even listened.
I
I'll just give
actually
her props.
watched this podcast when it first came out in June. I was like, "What? Mario Lopez isn't like a radical leftist?" I just assumed he was because he's a celebrity. And I was like, "Oh, nice."
Yeah.
But
I thought he was.
Yeah, I always thought he was gay the whole time. I was like,
I thought he was too.
He
I mean, he
looks-
probably is.
No, there's anything wrong with that. But he looks super gay. I was like, "What? He's not gay? Maybe he is. Maybe he's one of those gay guys
He's
that
a
has
good.
like a wife."
He's a really good looking. He looks like, first of all, he looks like a Mario. Like if I think like Mario, it's Mario Lopez. Second of all,
I think it looks like a Jose.
you think he looks like a Jose? I think he kind of looks like a Juan.
Jose
Yeah.
Lopez, dude. Juan Lopez. Yeah.
Juan Lopez.
I was thinking more of Diego.
Yeah.
There's like
There you
four
go.
names for Mexicans. It's fine. No, I'm just kidding. That was racist. But like, but he's really good looking. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like
Yeah,
Dave,
no homo.
no homo.
No homo, but
Well, I
he
have
is.
socks
He
on,
is.
so it's fine. I can say whatever I want.
I don't, so no homo.
I feel like the people in Hollywood who I think are gay are also the ones who like make sure to take care of themselves the most. Gay
Well,
people
yeah.
just like make sure they look good all the time.
Maybe he's just like the farthest metrosexual you could be without being actually gay.
I'm pretty metrosexual. I'm not anywhere near his level.
You don't look metrosexual. You just look like a normal dude.
I am though, dude. If
Dude, that guy's face is hella
The
shiny.
shirts kind of give it off, though.
mine,
Yeah.
the dad shirt, Dylan. Yeah, dude.
The shirts give it off.
Dude, I'm
that,
telling you, Steinmart
don't
with the
like
fucking
women.
deals, bro. I get hella fucking Michael Kors shirts at Steinmart for like 20
All I gotta say, Dylan,
Steinmart.
it's National Girlfriend's Day, and you don't have a girlfriend, so I'm a
Hey,
little,
who said I don't have a
little
girlfriend,
sussed out,
dude?
buddy. You know,
Who said I don't have a girlfriend, bro?
you said you don't have a girlfriend. You're
I
just
could
sort
have
of
a girlfriend that I'm keeping in the fucking shadows, dude. No, I don't have a girlfriend. But if I do get a girlfriend, definitely not post it on my Instagram.
Well, yeah, because she's gonna be a guy. So-
Oh, Steve is
Boom!
dissed me, dude.
Damn, bro, that one
Damn,
hurt.
dude.
Need some ice.
God, yeah, dude. Can you give me some? I need some fucking aloe
So let's
vera,
talk about
dude.
what this guy fucking said.
Okay, I gotta go pee again. Just keep talking a little bit.
Damn it, bro.
Bro, I broke the seal. I can't help it, dude.
Ay, ay, ay. So have you been following the Mario Lopez thing?
No, I saw it vaguely, but I don't really know like term for term, word for word, what he said.
So he was talking.
Something about transgender and not being raised.
Yeah, so his direct quote, I'm not quoting it directly, but the idea is that him and Candace were talking about transgenders, and Mario Lopez specifically says, I actually have the quote here on my thing because I was writing an article about it. So Candace says, Candace says, so I'm trying to understand this new Hollywood mentality where they just think that their children now have the mental authority and clarity. And Mario says, I am trying to understand it myself, and please don't lump me into that hole. And she says, no, I see you're not doing that in your household. And he says, no, I mean, I'm kind of blown away too. And look, I'm never one to tell anyone how to parent their kids, obviously. And I think if you come from a place of love, you really can't go wrong. But at the same time, my God, if you're 3 years old and you're saying you're feeling a certain way, or you think you're a boy or a girl or whatever the case may be, I think it's just dangerous as a parent to make that determination then, okay, well, you're going to be a boy or a girl, whatever the case may be. It's sort of alarming, and I just think about the repercussions later on. So that's what he said. Making it very clear, like, I don't care if you're gay or not, you're transgender. Like, he's aggressively saying it. And he says the controversial opinion of maybe if you're 3 years old, you shouldn't have a sex change operation. Like, maybe we can have some limitations on that. You know, they just raised the age of smoking a Juul from 18 to 21. You can't smoke a Juul if you're
Yeah, in New York, you can't do it until you're 21.
Dude, that's how it is here, too. You can't buy until you're 21 here, either.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah, my friend and I had a running joke, because they did that when I turned 20. They changed the law. I'm 23 now, but when I turned 20, they changed the law. So my friend and I were like, oh, remember the good old days when we could, like, buy tobacco? Because then we couldn't anymore.
So it's just so weird, and this is a really free-thinking point here, is we're in a weird place in society of the whole sovereignty over your body thing. We're picking and choosing, like, when that applies or when it doesn't. So you can have an abortion if you're 12. The Supreme Court says, oh, you have to let them have an abortion if they're 12 years old. You have to have a sex change if you're 3. But you can't choose to do tobacco anymore. They've raised it to 21. And then they want to raise the voting age to lower it to 16. It's just all over the place.
I have so many issues with that, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, I left home, and this is kind of off topic, but, like, it relates back. I left home at 18 to go to Kentucky. And then I had pepper spray. Like, how am I supposed to defend myself? Like, you can go off and fight a war at 18 and you use a gun, but you can't protect yourself at school or, like, wherever you move to.
Right. Yeah.
But then want to lower the voting age to 16.
100%.
Yeah.
The government wants, like, the good parts of being young, and then they want you to be able to do the stuff that benefits them. Like, you can pay taxes, you can vote, you can
you can go to war and die when you're 17, but you can't own a gun for your own possession.
Yeah, dude, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But here's a free thinking take on 90% of these issues, and you're not going to hear this anywhere but the Free Thinkers podcast.
Yep.
This is why you need to follow Free Thinkers, because if you don't follow Free Thinkers, you're just going to get propaganda.
Yep.
90% of these issues, okay, like abortion or being a tranny or being gay, like whatever it is, or like the being gay is fine, being a tranny is fine, whatever. But it's like the fact that it's promoted, and like kids are deciding if they're going to be trannies at like 3. Transgender, tranny's offensive. It's not about, you can't make laws preventing it. Like, if you make a law, people aren't going to stop being gay. Like, you're not going to make a law against abortion, and then all of a sudden abortion rate goes to 0, like the meme. Like, what we need to focus on is changing the moral foundation of our country. That's the only thing we can focus on. You're never going to be able, and it would be so much easier if Christians didn't suck at marketing.
Yep.
But Christians are
I think it goes back to, like, having God in schools.
That's exactly
I
what I'm
don't
saying,
think that we need a theocratic nation. Because I never agreed with that, but I think that you have to have some sort of belief, or else your whole society is just messed up at that point.
The issue is, what's happened is that the atheists have come and like ripped the roof off of the church, and they've left all the people who basically built their entire lives on Christianity and foundations of religion, and they've left them with nothing. So these people it would literally be like someone just came and took you away from your house and threw you somewhere in the desert and was like, survive. Like, that's basically what it is. They're morally lost.
Well, you know what's really weird though is
we are a morally lost nation, And that's why we're sliding down
Well, that's where we're at right now. You know what I've always wondered is like what the percentage of like transgender people believe in some sort of God. I've always wondered that.
Oh shit!
You
KP
can't find it like
let me look
anywhere.
it up. Let's look it up.
Try it because I have not found
Percentage. I'm gonna put up percentage of the LGBT community. What percentage of the LGBTQ community is religious? What percentage of the... I know some gays that are super...
Yeah, but I'm talking about like...
Trannies
in particular.
Well, here's this. Huffington Post. And it's going to be blatant. Religious views among lesbians, gay, bisexual, transgender people revealed in a new study. Okay, let's look at this. So transgenders are lumped into it.
Yeah, so we don't know like the actual.
Okay, so, oh no, it does.
Really?
By like.
Oh no,
group?
it doesn't. It doesn't. It says, okay, so Christian, 42%, Protestant, and the general public 73%, Protestant 27%, general public 49%. Whatever. Catholic 14%, general public 22%. That's insane.
So it's like half.
No, it's like literally cut in half.
You're like 50% less likely to be religious.
Yeah. That's just according to the Huffington Post. So take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah. The grain of kosher salt.
The grain of kosher salt.
Yeah, well, another free thing you can take about like the Mario Lopez thing in particular is like you can whine and cry all you want that he shouldn't be attacked for this, but as long as we have schools in this country, this is only going to get worse because how messed up is this? We now live in a society where we pay. I think it's like
we live in a society.
we live in a society of 7. It's just like K through 12, right? It's from Batman: The Dark Knight Rises or whatever.
Wait, straight up on God. It's from Batman. I thought it was Ted Kaczynski, dude.
No, dude, it's Dark Knight. It's the Joker. He goes, "We live in a society."
Well, I'm pretty sure he didn't have a British accent, but okay.
That's his voice.
I got it.
Anyway, I looked at the budget and the federal government, or I think it's all the governments combined, federal, state, local, spends over $700 billion a year on K through 12 education, other hundreds of billions on higher education. Say it's $1 trillion a year, give or take. Yet, people are graduating American colleges and universities at a record high percentage rate now and not getting any jobs. And all these companies say American workers are not qualified based on the education to get jobs. So we need to bring over a bunch of foreign nationals from China and India. So we're spending all of this money, $1 trillion a year, to not even train people to be quality enough to work, yet we're spending all that money to indoctrinate them to become radical far-left communists.
It's not even that.
So all college is so not worth it.
There's not even
point. All it's indoctrination. There's no other benefit of it.
It's not. So yeah, no, exactly, dude. It's not only that they're not getting jobs; it's that they're idiots, dude.
Let me tell you a good old story.
Let's hear it.
I went to register for classes last month. So I plan to go to law school. You can go to law school with any degree. So I'm like, I'm going to major in something that I enjoy, which is film. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to minor in political science. So you need like, I don't even know how many credits of political science, or for a minor. I think it depends on like the class. But my major only has like 40 credits. Mm-hmm. And you need 120 to graduate. So everything else is just electives. Yeah. So what's that going to teach me about film or anything, or even political science? It's going to get me like, I think let's say it's 40 credits too. Like,
yeah,
right.
It's just
it shows that college the point is to indoctrinate.
No, yeah, they want to.
Oh, the liberal arts and the humanities and the gender studies and the why capitalism is evil classes you have to take to pass your GE for some reason. It's like, why do I need to take capitalism is evil to be a doctor? Like, what does that have to do with anything?
I'm just pissed off about the fact that marketing is classified as a STEM field, dude. What the fuck is that? Dude, can you imagine like, yo, I'm in the STEM field. It's like, oh, what's your degree? Marketing. Like, get ready to get
social media marketing.
Get ready to get fucking bullied, dude. Jesus Christ, like, dude, fuck. Yeah, you're gonna get bullied, dude.
Like,
but dude, no, seriously though, like, straight up,
ban the schools, bro.
The education system is 100% all leftist indoctrination at this point.
Yeah, I don't know what's the point.
Homeschooling,
like
trade school.
Oh, dude, my friend went to trade school for welding.
Even the trade schools in 10 years with automation, that's going to be irrelevant.
Well, no, it depends on what you do. Like, if you do,
it depends what you do. Like, if you're gonna be like I guess like I don't even know if you need it for
like to be auto mechanic. I feel like auto mechanic will be automated.
Or welder, like a lineman.
My friend does HVAC, makes pretty good money, and that's not gonna get replaced because like you can't have a robot like do all that. I mean, you'd have to literally like it inside. Like it makes if you're doing house calls for people, like you're not gonna be replaced. It just makes no sense to like send a robot get out of the car. Like we're years and years and years away from a robot coming to your door. I'm here to check your AC. Like it's just, but
automation will be more like repetitive tasks.
Yeah. Which is people with the problem. We'll get to that. The problem. So and then I have a friend who just welding, who makes a fuck ton of money. I'm cussing so much. I'm gonna no cussing. I'm done cussing. Starting now. He makes a crap ton of money, and dude, we're done now. We're officially no cussing starting now. But he makes a ton. Jeez, Steve.
How many drinks
you got
do
any
you have
different
back
drinks
there?
back there? Jeez, what are you gonna do for Capri
I just
Sun?
got like a shit ton of bottles of drinks.
He's like, oh, I'm thirsty.
I'm a thirsty guy. I'm a thirsty guy.
Mike's hard, but you're the thirsty guy, dude.
I'm a thirsty guy.
But like my friend welds, he makes a lot of money. Like if you go to
how many welders do we need? Is there a shortage of welders?
Yeah, no, there actually is, because like the average age of a welder right now is like 53.
I've never had anything welded in my life. Like who's doing all this welding?
Well, because it happens on construction sites. Like you're not gonna call a welder and be like, hey, I need my frickin' like you don't need.
Aren't they just gonna import some illegals to do that job cheaper? Like for sure.
You need training to be a welder. Like you need a significant amount of training. My friend had to go to school for like a while, trade school, to do welding.
Okay, so we got the welders. What else are we gonna do?
Well, what is your point that you're saying? Like you're pushing back on me for what?
Well, I'm saying that I want to ban the schools.
No, that's fine. I'm talking trade.
You guys
school.
said, well, we need more trade schools instead of universities. I said, okay, to some extent you're right, but I don't think we need 5 million welders. Like,
well, we don't need. But there's not. Okay, dude, there's more trades than welding. Like you're acting like trade school is only, dude. You're so here. You can tell this man's a fucking finance major. Dude. He's like, well, I need fucking welders. There's so many other trades, bro.
What else, dude? Like what?
Let me look up
how many plumbers?
Dude, I'm uncultured too, dude. I need a fucking list.
Yeah, elevator installer, dude.
Dental hygienist.
Trade school list of trades. Here, we're gonna lift this up right now.
Radiation therapist.
That's gonna get fucking. I don't need a radiation therapist.
I need to hire someone. Anyone watching this, I want to create some jobs. We're talking about jobs. Someone who can just remind me of when it's every obscure holiday, like National Girlfriend's Day, so I can send nice cards and flowers.
Dude, this is such a joke. Like I'm looking at these. I'm looking at the list of trades right now. And
yeah, where's more?
Oh my god. Okay, so Boilermaker replaced.
See, dude, how many boilers do we need?
Listen to this one. Pile drive operator.
It sounds like wrestling moves or sex positions, dude. give her the old Boilermaker. Give her the pile drive.
Yeah. No,
what
dude.
The hell?
No, dude. Brick mason. Like, okay, here. I'll show you what.
That's gonna be automated.
You get a trade for this. Look.
3D printing. That's 3D printing, bro.
Like literally, you just wipe the brick and set it on. Dude, I could literally build a brick building right now. How hard could it be?
I feel like if you're not going to be a content creator in the next 10 years, you're just going to be homeless. Like, this whole country's becoming this reality television and watching content. People, like, don't do anything. All they do for entertainment is sit on their fucking phone.
There is a problem, dude, because
we're going to have all the jobs. We're going to make all the fucking money.
We're going to have all the jobs, but we need frickin' we need freaking Maxwell Kaya to be making money so he can continue to provide us the bag, dude.
$30 more, Max, and you'll be level 7. Just remember that. $30 more to level 7.
But
use this podcast if you guys want to learn something right here. Use this podcast as an educational tool of evidence and proof that the only way to make money is to make content. You know, if you make content, you get the Maxwell's to send you money.
No. The only way to make money, you will make the majority amount of money in your life that you make will come from investment. Albert Einstein said...
You need money to have investment.
Not that much. Albert Einstein said that the strongest force in the universe is compound interest. If you invest your money and it compounds year to year to year, you will be so rich. There's a story of a UPS driver. If you really want to know how to invest, read the book The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham.
All you got to do.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. You read The Intelligent Investor, and then go to Dave Ramsey's website. You can hook you up. I invest like hella, dude. I put all my money in the stock market because I'm going to be rich, dude.
I feel like you spent all your money on partying.
The money that I don't spend on partying is going immediately to investing. But, yeah, you need to invest. That's the majority of the money you'll make. It's just proven over time. Like, you'll make so much more money investing. You make more money not working than you do working. How about that?
Tell that to LeBron James.
LeBron James, what? You know? Like, fuck, dude.
It's not investing.
He doesn't need to, bro. He dribbles and shoots for fucking
there's a
164
limit to your theory. Like, after
he's not working, bro.
Come on, dude.
Do you think he's doing more work than a trauma surgeon? Who would you rather?
Why you gotta compare it to a trauma surgeon?
Whose life? Because I'm asking.
Here is how you do it. Okay, here's a free thinking take for you, buddy. So, we live in a society that, you know, you should. The way you get paid, in theory, is relative to how much money you generate. LeBron James' existence playing basketball, with all the advertisement money he brings in, with all the ticket sales, this, that, he generates hundreds of millions of dollars of more wealth for everybody else than that brain surgeon does. So therefore, he makes that money.
Dude, because the brain surgeon is making sure that people are living enough to make the money.
Well, we have too many people anyway, so fuck the brain surgeon.
Dude, okay, let me ask you this though. Dude, this is just a straight up question. Like, I get your free thinking point. That makes sense. I understand it. But as a free thinker, whose life would you rather have? Do you want LeBron James on Instagram, Taco Tuesday, fucking just chilling, eating tacos? Or would you rather be the trauma surgeon at like 3 a.m., you're sleeping, and they're like, sorry, we have a person who just got mauled by a dog. You're going to have to come in here and like put their face back together. Like 100% of the time, I'll take the dude.
So you're saying to be a real job, it has to suck?
No, I'm saying that LeBron James makes more money working less. The idea that hard work equals money is absolutely ridiculous.
That's the wrong equation. Yeah,
janitors would be so fucking rich.
Right,
dude,
yeah.
Warren Buffett gets up in the morning.
The equation is it's how much money you generate is how much money you make, not how much time you put. You have to be how much money you generate.
That's my whole point. That's my point the whole time. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that working hard, like the trauma surgeon who works his tuchus off, is working way harder than LeBron James.
Well, like, and that guy's still making
because like they get like all those like influencers. They get like that FabFitFun box. You know what I'm talking about? And they like if you
Maxwell
all
donation.
the celebrities do the unboxing stuff. They make so much money just from that.
Yeah.
And they don't do anything but open a box.
Yeah.
And video.
I mean, think about us, like Steve.
What up?
How much work do you actually do?
A lot.
Steve.
I do a lot of work.
Steve.
You don't understand what I do. I'm not like you. I don't just post memes.
Steve.
Okay?
No, I'm talking editing a video, dude.
I edit videos all day for Gateway Pundit. I edit them all day for The Scoop.
Okay,
I manage a team of doing them.
It's not, but I'm saying like, and you're getting a bag, but editing videos. Like,
what's your point?
Where does the majority of your money come from? Does it come from the editing process or the sharing process afterwards? Like the videos on Facebook go viral because you put them up.
It's right now at this time it's about 50-50. Half my money is directly compensated for if I make a video for someone, they pay me for it. The other half is if a video goes viral, I get ad money.
Okay, well that's not what you told us pre-show.
What do you mean?
You said something completely different for you.
What did I say pre-show?
I'm not gonna. I'll text it to you. Like you. Here, hold on. Let me. Because I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it live.
Okay. What are you talking about?
You made it sound like the majority of your money.
It's probably 40-60.
This is what you said pre-show that had me thinking that that's what it was.
Well, that was an exaggeration.
Well, no, but my point of the whole thing is like being an influencer. It's not so much about like, at least from my experience, like you're different than me. You're a news company, right? Like being an influencer is more about how charming and how like personable you are rather than how much work you put in.
How do you define influencer? How do you guys both define influencer?
Somebody who's entertaining on the internet that people enjoy seeing. What about you, KP?
I think everybody like describes it differently because like one person over here thinks an influencer like you just have to like sit there and post pictures. I think an influencer or should be somebody who like actually influences people with the content they make.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's using social media content to provide value to other people's lives and hopefully change the way they feel about
what kind of value? Like
something.
if you post something that makes somebody laugh, that's value.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, would you consider like?
But you have to provide value.
Well, yeah, but like how if somebody
you're a hot chick,
their tits out in a MAGA hat, like
well
how
then
is
guys
that fighting like
guys find value in looking at hot chicks.
Yeah, they do. They like that, dude.
I guess, but I feel like.
And I'm not pro thought in any way. And I think the conservative movement. I'm not conservative, so it doesn't matter to me. But I think the conservative movement would do a lot better to distance itself from hot chicks throwing on a MAGA hat and saying like socialism sucks. I don't think that's the best way to keep your movement
calling out Ashley, dude.
Or hold up a sign.
Well, yeah, I didn't say any names, but I just think
there's
in
like
general,
4 of them. There's like 4 of them, dude.
There's a million of them.
No, there's not. Name more than 4. Name them by name more than 4.
I don't need to name any names. I'm big.
Damn, that's trying to bait you.
I'm a big peacemaking guy. So, but I think that, I mean, and don't take this the wrong way either. You can be hot and use your tits for your advantage and, also provide
I think that's free thinking.
Statements.
That's free thinking.
And be intellectual. It's like, if you're sexy, market that to get more attention, sure. But I would like you to also have some intellectual value.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. Like, use whatever you can to your advantage. But at the same time, I feel like more people just need to have, like, I feel like it's just so much easier for girls to do that and then to get the clout without having anything smart to say behind what they're posting.
It is, but it reflects on the audience is clearly pretty stupid because they don't see it that way. So
yeah, no,
it's
I
like
agree with you. Most
of these political consumers, and I don't want to disparage my audience, but I'm sure a lot of them fall in that as well. I see this person say it. They have a lot of followers. I equate followers to intelligence because my mind and society tells me you couldn't have gotten all these followers unless you were someone important. So you say something, therefore it must be really intellectual. But it's something like, oh, build the wall, or we need to
support. Yeah, like it's not how you think it should be, if that makes sense.
That's how it used to be. When I was coming up in the movement back in the day,
yeah,
it was, if you had a lot of followers, you were like putting out the best content. Now it's like, do you get shared by somebody significant and hold a sign? Like, that's literally all it is now. That's what pisses me off about everything now. That's why I want to go after people who do that, because they're literally...
Well, that's where I'm this big peacemaking guy now, like I said, and I did a lot. I used to be like that and try to fight people and like have all this beef and shit. And I was like, you know what? This is really accomplishing nothing. It's actually taking time away from my own business and growing my company and becoming successful in my own right. Whether this person is riding clout from some organization or whatever and gaining temporary money and fame from that does zero to affect my bag and affect my movement or where I'm leading here. So I just don't need to talk about it. It's not like, and that's the thing about me is I humbled myself, unlike some of these other people who literally think that by running these pages they're saving the country. And I've always had the assumption that if I change a couple minds or change a couple thoughts, great. But I'm mainly just trying to provide value and entertainment and news to people who already want to see what I want to see. And I'm not trying to change any new minds. My point is to provide entertainment. When you take this whole ideology of like, oh, my page is saving the fucking country, and you take it that seriously, you're going to be disappointed when you lose elections. Like, oh, what could we have done more? You couldn't have done anything more.
Well, Trump's going to win in 2020, but it's not because of
99% of your followers, and 99% of your followers follow you because they agree with what you say already.
Yeah, and you're on
Liberals
fucking private. Like, that's so am I. But like, I'm not out here thinking I'm saving the country. I literally, here's my goal. I'm genuinely in it for the best interest of the movement. Like, I want to be a free thinker, but I also want to make politics entertaining. Like, that was my goal from the start. That's why I liked Trump at the beginning. I was like, wow, he's getting a ton of people engaged. Like, what if I can make politics funny? Like, what if I can post memes and make people want to pay attention to politics? Because it's like, oh, there is an aspect of this that could be funny. Because why do people not want to pay attention to politics? It's because it's boring.
It's boring and depressing.
Yeah, exactly. But if I can, like, post
makes
a meme
you angry
that's funny and that doesn't piss you off, then it's like that. If that can get people engaged and they'll share the memes and do all that, that's fine. But you're not changing anybody's fucking mind with a say psych right now Mario plan.
Socialism sucks. Yeah. Oh man, I used to love it, but I saw the sign and now I'm throwing away my
I was a big proponent of illegal immigration, and then Ashley St. Clair held up a sign outside of an ICE facility, and now I've completely changed my mind. Like, no.
What it's become, and again, this is okay. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with this. What's wrong is the deception or the perceived deception of people thinking that these other people are really providing an extra value of changing something or getting votes to switch. All you're doing is appealing to people who already like the stuff you're talking about, and then it gets you more people to follow you because they like what you have to say, which again is fine. If people want to follow people who share similar values to them, great. But that's all you're doing. You going down to some event and having a giant rager with fellow conservatives isn't really doing what you act like it's doing. It's just a place to get hyped up and turn up and party and hang out with other people. It's not translating into any sort of change like you sell yourself as you're doing. So they just sold themselves as, hey, I'm a conservative commentator. I just say conservative things, and people are like, yeah, great, that's awesome. Then that'd be more respectable. But when they say, oh, I'm causing so much change with what I'm doing, and if it wasn't for me, the country would fall apart. That's where it's like, okay, come on, you know that's not the case.
The ego gets in the way.
Well, and
then like you're not doing anything when you're not going to try and ask the other side like how they think they can fix issues either. That's where I'm at with like all of like people sharing other videos. It like irritates me because it's funny if you ask liberals if Trump's a racist, but at the end of the day, what are you accomplishing?
Yeah, what did that do besides get you hella views?
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Or besides, it just pissed you off because deep down he's not a racist. Like, ask them a logical question where you can probably find common ground, or just make people think. People are so dumb. Yep. Like, we've lacked common sense for years now. If you just make people think and get the noggin jogging, you're already doing more than asking if like it's okay to be, gay and a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
well, I hate the ones that actually I think are super effective are the ones where they'll go out and be like, how do you feel about Trump just leaving soldiers in Benghazi and letting them die? And they're like, oh, it was horrible. I can't believe they do that. And they're like, well, actually, that was like Hillary Clinton did that. Those videos make me laugh.
That probably makes people think and go on their own journeys of looking up for the
truth. It'll make them research.
But the videos where it's like you have like gay ass music in the background. I don't know if there's anything with gay music, but just like music in the background. It's like, how do you think about Trump? I don't like it. Like, why?
Yeah, and then you're just showing them saying this. Like, what was the point of that? Like, hey, look how stupid the liberals are. Okay, we know they're stupid.
Yeah.
Like, how many videos of liberals being stupid do I need to see to know they're stupid?
They're not, dude. They're not.
Some of them can have like intellectual conversations.
Yeah. I was walking through Walmart.
They don't show those. They want the only ones that they dunk on them. They only show the ones of them being stupid, dancing with.
Yeah, they don't show the ones of them having an actual conversation, which is stupid.
I was walking through Walmart today, and there was this guy wearing a Trump hat, and I went up to him. I was like, "Hey, Trump 2020," and he was like, "Yeah." And then we had this conversation, and this dude was an idiot. I was like, "Why do you like Trump?" He's like, "Well, I mean, Obama was a thing," and just like. So just dumb, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, this dude is dumb as like the liberals they show in the videos, but it's just like thank God liberals are like entertainers, because they would go out and just make us look so stupid. Like,
well, they are. The liberals run entertainment.
Yeah, but they don't do the same kind of stuff. Like, they don't do the man on the street stuff. Do you ever see that? Like, Jimmy Kimmel does it, but he doesn't bash Trump with it.
He does.
He does the interview the 5-year-old kids. It's like, of course they're gonna be dumb, but he doesn't. Like, I've never seen it. Well, maybe because I don't watch like late night comedy.
I don't watch TV in general.
I do.
Really? What do you watch?
I watch a lot of Netflix and Amazon Prime. I've been watching recently comedians in cars getting coffee with Jerry Seinfeld.
That one's pretty funny.
It's
pretty
super
funny.
good, yeah. He just came out with a couple of new seasons too. Definitely.
Speaking of Jerry Seinfeld, oh yeah, I was telling you guys before the show. So, we were talking about the Mario Lopez thing.
yeah.
Have you guys noticed that like PragerU is like spending the bag on getting influencers to say generic points and then play a PragerU video? Have you seen that?
I've seen 2 of them. I haven't seen anybody
I
else.
haven't seen that.
Dude, like,
Dude,
and
it's-
again, here's the thing about free thinking as well, guys, is just because you say something and you don't immediately say it's the best thing ever doesn't mean you're attacking it. I'm just making a statement here. So everyone's
He's
like,
gonna
oh my
cover his
god,
ass.
you're
I
attacking,
am
you're
attacking
attacking
it. It's ridiculous. No,
Well,
I'm
I'm
kidding.
not.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm not. So,
I think it's fine.
I
Anyway,
gotta
get
pay
your
the
way.
bills. So,
Honda.
so PragerU, yeah, they're doing this thing of like major influencer accounts. PragerU has like really high quality videos, and then the influencer will talk for 10 or 15 seconds about the topical subject, and then they'll introduce, oh, and watch this PragerU video about it, and it plays on their feed. And then there was one today. Ashley St. Clair was talking about the Mario Lopez thing, and she said Mario Lopez is getting attacked for saying that 3-year-olds shouldn't have gender reassignment surgeries. Again, there's nothing wrong with being transgender, okay? But only if you're an adult. And it's reminding me of the Seinfeld episode when the lady thinks that Jerry and George are gay. And he goes, we're not gay. Nothing wrong with that. No, there's anything wrong with that. It's just totally fine to be gay. We're not gay.
I wonder how long it took them to release that video before her manager watched it.
Before then,
I
her
commented on her
boyfriend.
post and I was like, quote, not that there's anything wrong with that. Jerry Seinfeld, 1993 colorized. Not that
Dude,
there's
it's
anything
just
wrong.
like, it's so, like, honestly, all the videos are the same. It's like them with the camera. I'm down here at the wall in El Paso, Texas. Why do we need the wall? Here's a great PragerU video as to why we need the wall. And then it's like, great, you added so much to the video, dude, by talking. Like,
It's a brilliant campaign on
What's
PragerU's.
the point of it?
It's just to get PragerU's content exposed,
yeah.
which is smart. They got the
PragerU,
bag.
the thing is like people are, this is why I don't get in bed with any organizations. These influencers are being used so much. Like, it's not even funny. Like, if you're a TPUSA, like,
Well, that's what happened with me.
what happened?
When I was an ambassador for them and I left, I talked to the COO, Tyler, is it
Who?
Boyer? Turning Point.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, well, we just really value that, like, you had a at first he was like, oh, I remember meeting you at YWLS. And I was like, never been there. I don't know who you met, but it wasn't me. And then he was like, yeah, we really like that you have, like, your own podcast and want to help you, continue to grow that. And I was like, really? Because you haven't done one thing to, like, promote that at all.
It's so one-sided. Like, that's why I never, at the beginning when everybody was starting to get in bed with it, I was like, I don't have any interest in doing this, because it's like I see them promoting Turning Point constantly, but I never see Turning Point promoting them. And they're like, well, it's great to get connections. I'm like, oh, really? Who have you met outside of, like, a bigger influencer? Like, you don't meet the president. Like,
Right?
none of
Yeah.
these people met the president. Like,
And then, okay, you meet the president. What is that really going to do for you?
Yeah, what are you
do
gonna say?
do
You're gonna get your
what do
30
you do with that
seconds of, like, telling about an
relationship?
issue
Trump's
we
gonna pick
already-
up the phone. Like,
yeah. Like, oh, can I get the digits, bro? Like, slide in your DMs.
yeah,
Like, no. Like,
come on.
Trump doesn't.
clout.
Yeah, like, it's not gonna happen. It's like, it's all one-sided. I would rather sacrifice the money from not.
Apparently, it's not even. You don't really make very much money either, dude. I think it's a scam.
It's a
like,
100, dude. It's a scam. And then they're selling shirts.
You don't make any money.
No.
Yeah.
And then they're
They
like,
never
so-
gave me anything.
So what's the point of it? What are
Well,
you getting out of this?
I think because everybody wants to be an influencer.
you make the money on the shirts. Like, they'll promote a, like, they'll be like, oh, get this, like, every single PragerU ambassador now, they'll post a picture of them and they're like, shirt by TPUSA, use code St. Clair 30 to get the freaking discount. I'm just calling her out because, like, that's the only person I can think of at the top of my head. But
Yeah, but I don't.
but
do
I'm like, you do
ambassadors
realize
make
how
money off of that though? Because I don't think they do.
no, because nobody's going to use, like, if I go to the website, very rarely do I think of, like, oh, who's the podcast that I listen to that had the discount code for me? Like, I never do that. Except if we ever get discount codes on this podcast, use them.
You know what's a really good organization that like kind of just never gets any flack, and it's for good reason. Is
Jeez, Steve, you got a
but they-
fucking eye itch there, bro.
I think I got pink eye, dude.
Fucking hair.
Not my contacts like itching. Luckily, they can't see me. What's Blaze TV, man? That's a well-run machine, and they don't do this outside influencer. You have followers, so you're smart thing. It's like, no, you have to be a really high-value, intellectual, good on-camera person to create content for us, or else you don't have any relationship with us at all. And I really like they like John Miller. His show's great. They got Glenn Beck, really actually smart, intellectual thought leaders out
Glenn
there.
Beck?
It's not about I like him or not. I don't really watch his stuff, but the guy is very smart
100%.
and articulate.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And it's like he's a smart fucking guy, and like he has original thoughts and does his research, and he's a really good speaker and a good radio host. So you're not gonna have Kathy Zhu like, oh, I lost my crown, therefore.
Well, they had Ashley St. Clair on
Who did?
On what?
The Blaze.
Oh God.
Oh, which show?
I don't know. Do you want me to find it?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. I should think of the Blaze.
So I mean, again, I've been on their shows too, but I'm sure they had her on as a guest, which is okay, whatever. They're using that for marketing to get shows, but they're not going to have someone like that be a host of a show. That wouldn't make any sense. But another good host is like,
jeez.
yeah, they have big hitters, dude. Like
I knew they had it, but that's the show she was on.
Oh,
Keep
who's on
USA
she's on her
brand
forum?
ambassador and former e-girl.
Who said that?
Former sex laptop on Twitter, Ashley St. Clair. God. Former tweeting about sucking black cock, Ashley St. Clair. Here, talk. Let's see her take on politics. God, dude. You know what? And you know what? I'm not gonna say.
No comment.
I have
no
I've
comment.
definitely tweeted about
I have
eating.
no issues with that woman. Okay.
Yeah. I
That's all
have
too.
definitely tweeted about eating pussy, okay? But I'm not
Talk
gonna.
about
No, but here's
every fucking day, and I've been on the Blaze. So.
no, no. It's not even that. I've tweeted about eating pussy. I've definitely talked about super inappropriate stuff. But I'm not gonna turn around and join Turning Point and then be like, "Look at me, I'm the face of the right." Like I'm the like
Dude,
I
that was
don't
Kyle
want
Kasha.
it. If I'm
Same
the
shit.
face of any movement, that movement is fucked, dude. If you ever put me as the face of the movement, like, don't ever do that.
Well, that's
like,
why with me and you are creating the Free Thinkers movement here. That's why from the beginning we're creating this idea that this is what we do. We're a bunch of shitheads that talk about eating ass and politics. Like that's the whole point. So you can't expose me. We're doing this on purpose.
No, exactly. But what annoys me about Ashley, and I've made this clear so many times, it's not that because I've talked to Ashley personally multiple times. She's a super cool person. It's the fact that she is so insincere and just so fake that pisses me off. It's like she's using the movement for her own clout and money, and that's what pisses me off. That's what's destroying the whole thing.
Yeah, right. But so people like you who say, and there's other guys, Nick Fuentes attacks her on a daily basis, think he wants to have sex with her.
I mean, he
It seems
probably
like
does.
He seems pretty angry about it. But
I do not, just to make that clear 100% right now. I do not, and nor would I ever have any personal relationship with Ashley St. Clair. Ever.
neither would I. I'm in love with my girlfriend. It's National Girlfriend
I don't
Day.
even have a girlfriend. I still wouldn't, dude.
So
I've been single
don't
for
put any-
2+
don't put that on me
years.
either.
I
I'm in
still-
love with my girlfriend. So, where was I going with this? Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
Nick Fuentes.
yeah. So people like you and Nick Fuentes who aggressively attack her. I mean, air's a free thinking thing, and maybe it comes across to some people that as a free thinker, attacking her is good for your clout because that's a hot topic.
No, it's not. It's worse for my clout.
Okay.
I'm
and then
going after
two-
somebody with 50K, dude. How does that benefit me in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, but sometimes it's not about the number of followers; it's about the
No.
hype and engagement around that follower. And I think her follower numbers. I think there's someone else with 50K who's a lot less talked about than she would be. I think her like popularity, quote unquote, to follower size is probably
dude.
pretty high.
It's not. No, there's no benefit to attacking Ash. Why would
Why is
I?
every-
Even if
everybody talks about it all the
she's
time.
super popular, that would be worse. If she's
What do you
super
think?
like if I were to go after somebody who's like super talked about, let's say like I'm trying to think of somebody who I like that's really talked about. Like who I genuinely think is good. Like Candace Owens. I like Candace Owens. If I were to go after Candace Owens, I would get raked over the coals. Not because she has a lot of, but just because she's so talked about and people like her. Everybody hates Ashley St. Clark. Steve, you're like the only person that likes Ashley.
I think it's because there's more evidence with Ashley now. Like you can literally just type in her name on Google and like people can find their own evidence.
What do you guys say about the Candace thing of? And again, I think Candace is very smart, provides original thoughts and ideas. Leading the whole Blexit thing is never thought I'd say that in my lifetime. Like that's pretty cool what's going on with the Blexit thing. But Candace is the one who got famous from saying a video went viral 3 years ago saying, celebrities, nobody cares what you think. Celebrities don't. And now all she has to talk to celebrities. She's best friends with Kanye. Like, Kanye made her famous, and she loves Kanye. Oh, celebrities love Trump. It's like you just said you got famous from saying nobody cares what celebrities think.
No, that's stupid. That's hypocritical and stupid. And I can say that because nobody controls me. That is stupid, and it's dumb, and it's hypocritical. But I still like Candace. Ashley comes on the podcast, fucking says Turning Point USA is only good for white dudes in MAGA hats to jerk off to Benny Johnson. Says he's never said anything. And then she's hired on a week later. Said that she's never said anything funny. Said the only thing they do is irritate people on college campuses. They don't make any changes. Bashes conservatives who support the wall. Then turns around and joins them a week later and changes her stance on immigration. That's
apologizes.
That's
the fact that here's what really pisses me off. Is the fact that Tyler admitted that they have people on their team helping her prepare for like everything that she posts and what she says and the interviews that she does. So she has no original thought. She's not confident enough in what she's saying because they know she's going to mess it up. So why do they still keep her on? They know she's going to slip up.
Because the trendy thing in the right is to have a hot chick be the face of the movement.
That's about all it is. There's and it shows, and then you look at the data, hot girls get followers and clout way faster than guys do. I've been busting my ass at this for 2.5 years, and Ashley's got clout in 3 months more than I've ever gotten it. So it's marketing. I do think it's everyone always attacks Ashley for this and kind of never attacks Turning Point. I think as an organization, Turning Point is pretty fucking embarrassing.
I've attacked Turning Point too.
I've attacked them for other reasons all the time, for other separate reasons, but the Ashley thing in particular, she was bashing them on me and Dylan's show a week before they hired her, and then they hire her. Obviously, they know what she said. It's gone viral multiple times, and then they keep her. That's embarrassing on their part. That they're not going to they have enough pride to fire someone who bashes the company you work for.
Dude, that's unheard of. I'm not. This is a joke. This will be a joke. She gave somebody sloppy fucking top, dude. There's no way that she just literally joins Turning Point, bashes.
There's a reason she's still on.
I know what it is. It's clear what it is.
I do too.
It's 100% clear what the reason is.
I'm not going to comment on the situation.
I don't even know if because it hasn't been like publicly said yet. But she's dating a big time influencer. This is getting into iffy territory here. She's dating somebody who has a lot of pull in the organization that basically probably talked them into it. Allegedly, because I don't know. That's just my assumption. Because if now
you saved your ass. You got the allegedly in there.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean,
some have said. Sources tell me
there have been people who have stated. No, but dude, like, again, here's the other thing. If there was what's his name? Well, I don't want to compare it to Kyle Kashu because that was pretty bad. But like, we haven't really seen an example because nobody is stupid enough to like bash Turning Point and then join them. But like, if
I kind of want to do it just for the irony of like to show how dumb they are. Like, I talk about all the time, just like, hey, let's go talk to them. I never said anything. Just get a job with them.
If this clip is going to be on the
out, it's like, yeah, I said that shit. This was all a fucking joke. Like, I was exposing you the whole fucking time. So I'd be down
to join them.
Well, I doubt I'm not a hot chick, though, so I probably won't get a job there. But
no, you could if you reached out to them, you could get a job. But why would you want to be an ambassador? Then you have to filter everything you say. You have to post about them a certain amount of time. It's just ridiculous.
That's what I didn't like about it. Is I was tired of posting like their content and not in exchange for mine.
Yeah,
and then there's things that I disagree with them on, and I felt like I couldn't open my mouth and say it without getting backlash from them.
Yeah. It's
You're
just
not supposed to
insane.
feel like that as a conservative.
Yeah, no, it's insane. They literally.
Well, it's not even you're not supposed to feel like that as a conservative. You're not supposed to feel like that about an organization that has a sign that says "fucking free thinkers."
There's conservatives that all think the same, whatever. But don't call yourself a free thinker and then not allow freedom of thought. That's where it's like, hey, this is so fucking lame. It's like, and again, I said,
because they were like, oh yeah, we just are gonna stick true to our, three main values. One of them being free speech, and I was like, really? Because you told me to take down everything that I said about Ashley St. Clair.
Oh
Really,
wait!
that?
How long? When did you leave the ambassador program?
Like the day before I was added. Well, I talked to Jesse because my friend he has a page, and that's how I found out about Jesse. And Jesse didn't like him either. And then I messaged Jesse, and then so that was.
Like 2 or 3 weeks ago?
July, hold on. It was really recent.
Was it like around the time of the... Because I know in the group chat you said something about leaving them. I gotta go... I can still hear. I'm just gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Damn, bro. You got...
It was like July 16th. And then I had a phone call. So Alex Spencer called me July 16th at like 10 o'clock. As soon as I tweeted out about Ashley, I tagged Ashley and Turning Point. And then the next day, they set up a meeting. So it was July 17th.
What was the meeting about?
It was like a phone call to discuss what I said about Ashley and Turning Point.
What did you say?
Because I tweeted out, I said something like, it's, here, I'll find it. It's on my laptop. I said, it's really upsetting that Turning Point allows people like Ashley St. Clair to be a part of their organization. They have so much potential, yet don't see through the BS. There are so many other conservatives who don't buy clout and are doing more in politics than she is.
Which, that's so free thinking.
That is. That's very free
But the
thinking.
thing is, you should be able to say that, and because it's not like you were bashing Turning Point. You were saying they could do so much better. Yeah,
I didn't say anything bad about them until after I left.
Yeah, no.
It's still not even bad, but it's just what I disagree with them on.
Yeah, I literally, I talked to somebody in Turning Point recently, and I was like, hey, why don't you guys have, voter registration booths outside of your events? So you can actually, get people involved. They're like, holy crap, this is the best idea. I'm like, you have a team full of people. You get boomer money out the ass. And you mean to tell me you've never thought about voter registration at your event?
You think they would, as much as they're on college campuses too, but they're too busy telling people to get.
That's all, dude. Because that's not what it's about. It was like we were talking to Conservative Latino, who's super chill. I like Conservative Latino a lot, and he was like, the organization doesn't do enough about voter fraud, and I was like, there's zero money in addressing voter fraud. If I were to turn my page into an anti-voter fraud page, my bag would go to freaking zero, dude.
Well, all I ever see, I don't follow them. I don't really even know much about them, to be honest, because I've always thought it was kind of boring. But whenever I see a Charlie Kirk video go viral on my Explore feed, I don't know how many I've seen, but it's been a lot, where it's just Charlie Kirk just yelling and pissed off that people call conservatives racist. He goes, we're not racist. We're the least anti-Semitic people in the world. We love Israel. Okay? So how dare you fucking call me racist? I love Israel. This president loves Israel. And then I said to some free thinkers group, I was like, why does it seem that whenever the right, and Turning Point specifically, but the right, whenever the right is trying to say they're not racist, it's always, oh, we love Israel and we hate anti-Semitism, but no other race is ever mentioned. It's always just about anti-Semitism. Nothing about blacks, Mexicans, anything else, Muslims. But we love the Jews.
Okay, but
again,
let me just say this.
But that's all they ever talk about.
This is.
I think it's because of all of the people. Well, not all, but the people in Congress right now are so anti-Semitic. And I feel like it's easy to just connect that to them.
Punch on them and say, oh, this is a hot topic.
But even the anti-Semitic people in Congress, Ilhan Omar, she didn't say anything wrong. She said some bad things, but when she came out, the original comment of her saying that the Congress is controlled by the lobbyists, that the Jewish lobbying firm, that wasn't inherently wrong. Like that was just a point she was pointing out. To her, it seemed that way. Now she's probably anti-Semitic, but that statement indivially wasn't anti-Semitic.
And we said it on the show a long time ago.
Yeah, you said that. That was a free thing.
I said that way back. One of my first free thinking things I was becoming a free thinker was like, she's probably she. I have good reason to believe she doesn't like Jewish people. I mean, a lot of people from Somalia, the radical Islamists there, are very anti-Semitic openly. And, you know, I'm not saying she's a radical Islamist, but she probably is anti-Semitic. But that doesn't mean that being critical of a relationship with a foreign government, of America's relationship with Israel, is anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
And it's like the same conservatives is like, if there's a relationship with Mexico or North Korea or China, we'll bash. We gotta be more tough on China. This is tough on China, which we do way more business with than Israel. But if you're mildly
at least with China,
Israel,
it's a two-way business plan. Jesus,
right?
Like,
but if you're critical on China, no one ever says, "Oh, you hate Chinese people." But if you're critical of our relationship with Israel, all of a sudden you hate Jewish people. Like,
but let's have a free thinking.
Let
me say something as a free thinker. Why? Why is it that you can't ask why do we give money annually to Israel? Why can you not criticize the relationship with Israel without being called anti-Semitic? Why is that, do you think?
I think it's just because of all the crap that the Jews went through.
Yeah, no one.
I mean, when you kind of think about it, they went through a lot more crap, like from the beginning of time, than really any other like religion or race did. I mean,
I would say
like,
Christians.
That was only periodical. Like it wasn't like continuously.
I would say Christians.
If that makes sense.
Christians are still killed.
Oh yeah, Christians are like that's really bad too.
Yeah,
but I feel like everybody just relates it back to like Israel and the Jews.
Yeah, but Israel got their bag, dude. They got.
Yeah, they got what they wanted.
They got their country. They got all that. Christians are still being persecuted in the Middle East like crazy. Like it's just like so. But
and there's no one, and you would be called a radical right-wing extremist to advocate for a Christian ethno-state. Yeah. But you can but Israel is openly a Jewish ethno-state, religious state, and that's praised. And again, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that.
That's fine.
But if you were advocating for a white Christian country, you would get destroyed.
Well, and I get look, as a free thinker, and I am a free thinker.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that Jews would be murdered like crazy if they had to like try to assimilate with the Muslims. Like it makes they don't like each other. But they have their own ethno-state. We provide them a ton of money for defense, which we should. I'm not saying we shouldn't help them out if they provide us with something in return, which they do. They provide us with what was it that John Burt came in the chat? I can't forget surveillance intel is the word I was looking for.
Yeah, of the region. Yeah.
They provide us with really good intel. We can have troops there, whatever. But go back to Steve's point. You couldn't say, well, maybe we should consider doing something or rescuing Christians from the Middle East. You'd get completely attacked. First of all, that'd be hypocritical for the right to do that because it's like, oh, so you're fine with the Christian refugees and not with the like that would look bad. But like,
well, as a free thinker, if our people say.
Dude, I love how every time before something controversial, it's like, as
a free thinker,
you gotta preface it. You know, this is a free thinking take here. There's no bias in this. So, as a free thinker, if the people of a nation want to say, hey, you know, we as a country, we want to value rescuing Christians over another group, why can't we do that? Why do we have to be equal? Like, who said we have to be equal to every other religion and group? This country was founded as a Protestant nation. Why is that problematic if we will allow Israel to be a Jewish nation and if we support that? Why is making America a Christian nation? Why are the same people who will support Israel will be scared to do that in America? Why? I'm just asking a question. Why is that such a problem?
And why can you outspokenly be pro-Israel but not outspokenly be pro-Christian?
Yeah,
like
right.
if you're outspokenly pro-Christian, you get just attacked like it's nobody's business. But if you're outspokenly pro, and this is just like I'm I don't want to say I'm pro any, like, I'm America first.
Yeah.
The people in America, regardless of religion, race, anything, I don't care who you are. If you're an American, I will stand by you 100%. And advocate for your right to free speech, anything like that, because that's what we get in our country.
That's the point of a nation.
Yeah,
to care
no,
about your own
exactly.
citizens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, it shouldn't matter what religion you are. It shouldn't matter what race you are. Everybody should be treated equally. Like, you should,
Yes.
yeah, I don't want to go down that road, but yeah, anyway.
Probably wise.
Yeah. I could, as a free thinker, wouldn't even save me for that one.
So you know it's controversial.
That's how you know it's bad, dude. We controversial. Do you guys want to wrap the show?
Sure.
All right.
Well, we have to conclude that subject there first.
Do we? As a free thinker, we don't have to, dude. We just leave them. We just leave them with their free thinking.
Like, all right, it's over.
It's over. Just continue free thinking.
No stopping, man.
Make your own conclusion.
Make your own conclusion.
But don't assume mine, because I'm a free thinker.
I do think that I'll wrap it up here, that we need to stop caring that in order for things to actually get done in this country, people who love this country need to stop acting like being accused of being racist, especially if you're not racist or you're not a bigot or whatever. You need to stop letting false accusations of maybe being called these things matter. We've got to a point where being accused of being racist is literally less socially acceptable than being a convicted murderer or a drug dealer or a thug or a gangster. Like, we'll glorify music of killing people and selling drugs and whatever, beating people's ass. But if you're accused of being slightly right on the racist side, it's the worst thing in society. We need to stop giving a shit. Like, oh my God, you call me racist? Okay, what did that do to me? My money didn't change. I still have my house. I still have my dog. But you called me a racist. You called me a mean word instead of racist. Who gives a fuck?
Well, as
like,
a
why do
free
we
thinker,
care so
though,
much?
as a free thinker, being called a racist if you are a racist isn't good. Being called a racist if you're not a racist, that's the thing. If you're not a racist and you get called a racist, then it doesn't matter. But if you're genuinely a racist and then you get called a racist, that's like career ending.
Well, if you're genuinely a racist and you call a racist, wouldn't you not care? Like, yeah, you'd be like, yeah, I'm a racist.
Well, not if you've built up your career of people not thinking you're racist, and then it comes out that you're racist.
Hide it.
Like if you were to come out and call, like, and I don't want to say Nick Fuentes. I mean, Nick Fuentes is openly alt-right, isn't he?
He says he's not. This term alt-right, who knows what it means?
It literally means alternative right.
I've been on a show talking to the guy. I didn't agree with anything he was saying, and I was like, you want to say, oh, I'm not alt-right. Okay, whatever. According to my interpretation of what alt-right people believe, it seems like you believe...
Okay, well, what's the guy's name who everybody... Richard Spencer.
Yeah, he is openly alt-right.
He's openly alt-right. If he gets called alt-right, he's like, whatever, I'm openly alt-right. But if,
he's like, yeah, I am.
If I come out and I'm like, Steve, you're alt-right, you're gonna...
I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, because you're not,
I'm not.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you get called alt-right. But let's say that you've built up this career not being alt-right, somebody calls you alt-right and then releases a bunch of clips of you like being alt-right that are in private, that wouldn't be good.
Well, that's why I said my statement was we need to stop acting like false accusations of normal things are racist when they're not, and letting it matter at all.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that.
I can't post this video. Here's just an example. Say there's a video of a group of minorities doing something criminal. Like, oh, I can't post this because I'll get called a racist, so then I can't tell the truth. Like, post it. It is what it is. This is what they did. I'm not saying I don't like them for doing this because of their race, whatever, but it's like, these people did this. Here's what they did. It's just like the Trump thing. He could have handled it better with Baltimore and not been such a mean jerk, but it said, hey, you can't be afraid to criticize the government of a city because it happens to be black people living there. That's silly. So we need to stop giving a shit. Like, if we keep on giving a shit, the left's going to keep on getting power, and they actually don't like white people, and they want to hurt them. So we're just going to lose our power against them because we're so scared that we're playing their game. The thing about the left is, and I'm on the right, but I don't like the far left at all.
You seem like you're on the right with your freaking pose.
Well, no, it's like, that's what the problem is. If you're not a radical leftist, all of a sudden you're on the right now. Yeah. I have no allegiance to be on the right. I don't care about the right or the left. I just do what I want to do. But it's like,
I don't want the far left to have control over things, but this whole society we live in now is the left makes the rules and the right just reacts. The left says, Mario Lopez, you're a bigot for saying that. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It's never the left.
Everybody apologizes, and people
Yes.
need to stop apologizing.
Oh,
Have some NFG, no fucks given,
That was
and
my
move
whole
on
thing.
with
It's like,
life.
yeah, if you're not, if you
But I
believe
will
what you
say
don't
this.
apologize and move on.
I will say this though: the people that I saw attacking Mario Lopez for like apologizing, and I'm not saying UK people. I'm just saying I don't even know if you did or not. But like I saw some like high people up in the right, and I'm like the people like Mario Lopez has clearly like more to lose
Yeah.
from being attacked for that than people who are already right wingers. Like Mario Lopez, like even like Steve said, like we didn't know he was a right winger. Like if I get attacked for something I say as somebody who's clearly on the right, I have
Good for you.
everything to gain from defending
Yeah.
myself.
Right.
Nothing to gain from apologizing. But if I'm like a celebrity in Hollywood, my bag relies on people in Hollywood liking me.
Yeah,
You have
He
a
has-
lot to lose.
He has no benefit to be political in his mind. He's like, okay, then sorry, I should have never said it. Like, why? It doesn't matter to me. I'm not here to save the culture. Like, it's
Yeah.
not my biggest deal.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, particularly if you are political, like, we don't need the not there's anything wrong with that or this. These like weird like liberal statements
do that all
everybody
the
makes.
time.
No, I think everybody needs to stand behind what they
I say that ironically because of the Jerry Seinfeld reference. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's
I
like
say
why?
it completely ironic or completely unironic.
I say it so I cannot violate the terms of service from these stupid left-wing companies and like, oh, okay, he must be a joke. But this idea that's the thing is, I don't know what we need to do. And we wrap it here, but maybe it's banning the schools, maybe it's whatever. But the whole society we live in now is the left makes the rules and then everyone else reacts. There's not a single thing of society. Like, what does the right do that's setting the tone? What is the right done that's, oh, this is the right-wing thing that our country survives on, and we do that? Like, even like the Pledge of Allegiance, there was that kid, let's say nationalism's a right-wing thing. Everyone was pro Pledge of Allegiance, pro say national anthem, and now it's like the left said, nope, we're not going to do it anymore, and then we'll say you're anti-American for that. They, no, we don't care, sorry, and all of a sudden it's popular to not say the pledge. Like, the left is controlling everything that we do in our society.
I
And
think people just need to kind of stop reacting. So
they do. They need to stop reacting to it and be like, the left thrives on attention and they thrive on reaction and making everything outraged and woke and like, oh my God, it's the biggest deal. And we see like the people attack Mario Lopez for saying that. He'd be like, all right, I'm just not even gonna respond. Like, who cares? But the right is so scared of like appeasing the left and making the left like them when the left is always going to hate you. And it's like, who are you appealing to? When you apologize for these things, the right thinks you're a loser and a soy boy for apologizing. And the left never forgives. they just want to destroy you. So it's like, what's the gain? I don't really understand these people's logic. So that's why I just say what I want to say. And if you said you shouldn't have said this, like I made a statement that pissed off the right about immigration. I said the immigration battle is done, in my opinion. It was the clip with Ashley. I said it's over. There's no data to show that we're going to solve this. Republicans cave on every single debate on immigration. They've had this idea that, oh, as long as it's legal, it's good, which there's no data to show that it really makes a fucking difference of how people vote if they came here legally or illegally. 80% of legal immigrants vote Democrat, so why does it really matter if
That's
they came
what
here
I feel
legally?
like. That's what was way more controversial is the fact that you were like,
So I was like, okay, it doesn't make a difference to me if it's legal. If you come here legally and then vote Democrat for socialism, why do I care that you came here legally? But this idea you could say that Republicans like, what? What? Dan Crenshaw told me legal immigration's good. So, you know, he has an eye patch, so you really can't say that, Steve.
oh Jesus Christ, dude. God damn, bro.
I'm just gonna say it. Dan
God
Crenshaw.
damn.
Dan Crenshaw is panders to woke culture. He's basically George W. Bush with an eye patch. And thank you for your service. And I'm not being ironic. I'm glad you're a war hero. I really respect that. That doesn't mean you're competent as a politician at all.
Yeah,
It
but you
doesn't.
just fucking went full. That's fine.
He is. That's the right wing's version of identity politics. Oh, you're a war veteran or this or that.
No, I
Okay,
agree.
these-
I do agree, but just like
The
the eye
same-
patch.
The same people, and I want to apologize for it because I believe that. Because what's also ironic is everyone who's sucking Dan Crenshaw's cock about about immigration, and like, oh my God, Steve, you are attacking a war hero, Dan Crenshaw. These are the same people that were wishing death on John McCain for years, and he's
Oh,
I
a
was
yeah.
gonna say it's the same thing with John
So
McCain.
it's like, oh, but you can't talk about Dan Crenshaw, but you can wish death on John McCain. He's a war hero just as
Yeah,
much.
dude,
So,
I was so pissed off when John McCain died and people were like, good.
yeah,
I was like,
it's
how
sickening.
stupid.
It's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's
I don't
so
care if you like him or not, or what he did was right or
Wishing
wrong.
death
It's
on
just
someone.
But you gotta,
disrespectful
here's the
after
thing about the
dies.
Trump cultists
Yep.
is that they believe that Trump is like doing God's work
Yeah.
and that anybody against him is Satan. So it's like they
Yep.
literally thought that John McCain, like,
You
well,
are
there's
the fucking enemy.
they thought that he was like, as the Christians say, the enemy. Like
Yeah.
literally the serpent in the fucking field trying to get you to eat the apple. Like that's what they
Yep.
thought he was. And so they were like, it's just that's what's ridiculous to me. I'm like, at the end of the day, I look at everybody as a human being. Like regardless of if you're right, if you're left, if you support Trump, if you don't support Trump, we're all human beings. We all have feelings. We're all just. I mean, some people are blatantly not trying to find truth, but the majority
Some people are evil. For
yes.
sure.
Oh, dude, people.
I don't think John McCain was evil because he had a different way that he viewed the country going in a different direction. It wasn't based on evil intentions.
And John McCain had beef with Trump. Just like if McCain was president and Trump was in his shoes, probably would have been the vote against McCain as well. Like,
Trump just said some nasty things about him on the campaign trail.
Like
that
he
was
just
like,
said,
holy
"Crenshaw."
shit. Like, oh, what? He's a hero because he got captured. Like, I feel like they did get captured. Like, holy shit, dude. Like
that was
and then all
fucking
of a sudden-
savage. Though.
And all of a sudden, Trump will be like, "Oh my God, this guy is so nasty for not liking me." Like, dude, you said some nasty things about the guy, bro. No wonder he hates you.
Yeah,
So-
no, I agree 100%. And then, but the thing is, if John McCain had been like, "Oh, Trump, pussy, wouldn't go to war because flat-footed," you know, because that's
Yeah.
why I got out of the draft and said he was flat-footed, which is so stupid, dude. Get some insoles and fucking pick up a gun, dude. You know. But it's like he was like, "Oh, flat." Trump would have 100% voted against the McCain bill, dude. This lighting is fucking.
It's so bad.
I know, dude. This camera sucks. The other one's good. But anyway,
Look
all
at
right, let's wrap the show. There isn't the podcast. It's literally 3 people.
It doesn't go down immediately. Okay.
No,
It
the
stays up.
podcast, yeah, it gets the majority of its views after the show.
Yeah.
We
By far.
the 3
Free
people, and one of
free
them's
thinkers
like
understand that.
free thinkers understand the podcast.
Free
gets
thinkers
like-
understand that. It's like if you don't understand, you're just obviously
we
not a
get
free
like
thinker,
hundreds
so-
of views.
Obviously not.
Yeah,
Obviously.
All right, guys,
Shaq
I'm
the
wrapping
Thinker.
the show here. I'm gonna be so late for dinner, but thank you guys so much for tuning in the podcast. I appreciate it. KP, why don't you tell them where people can find you? 3 people watching.
The 3 people listening. My
Dude,
Instagram
wait, just-
and Twitter handles at DKP Richards.
Dude, just visualize that. Imagine like we're talking to an equal amount of people. Like literally like the podium meme where it's like that one follower who likes all my shit. It's like the guy sitting. That's literally what it is, dude. There's 3 people sitting around.
Well, the 3 people who are watching now know that just because Dan Crenshaw looks like a pirate doesn't mean that you need to follow what he
Dude,
said.
that's what Owen Benjamin says all the time. He's like, Dan Crenshaw, the gay pirate. It's so, dude, I laugh my ass off. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Let me end the.